What's up, cinema lovers, and welcome to another episode of 2 Eye Cinema. I am your host, SHRIM, and here on 2 Eye Cinema, you know I like to give my opinion on some of the most popular pieces of cinema in the world. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a run-through and review of Rick and Morty, Season 2, Episode 8, Interdimensional Cable, Part 2. Now let's get into it.
On that note, don't forget to check out our merch options provided by KLB Supply at klbsupply.com. Follow 2 High Cinema and KLB Supply on Twitter and Instagram at 2 High Cinema, at 2 High Club, and KLB Supply. Now let's get back into it.
Jerry rushed to St. Gloopy Noop's Hospital, an institution in space, by his family. Rick, Beth, Summer, and Morty sit in the hospital's waiting room. Rick jury-rigs the cable box with his interdimensional crystal. After watching Man vs. Car and a commercial for eye holes, a cereal protected diligently by a spandex-clad alien, Harry wakes in his hospital room, cured of his bacterial infection. His doctor explains that the galaxy's most influential civil rights leader, Shrimply Pibbles, is in the same hospital dying. He can be saved, however, if Jerry donates his sexual organs to Pibbles to act as a heart. An elderly alien in a wheelchair arrives and he expresses his doubt that Jerry will help him. Upset by the notion, Jerry agrees to donate his organs in an attempt to redeem Earth's reputation. After a brief remark by Morty about an odd-looking woman getting coffee, Rick turns to "How did I get here?" and Morty discovers that the odd woman has disappeared from the waiting room, having suddenly reappeared on top of a street lamp in the show. They then watch an ad for Jan Quadrant Vincent 16, an action-adventure starring several copies of Jan Michael Vincent. Jerry, in the meantime, is having second thoughts about donating to Pibbles, and he tells his doctor that he wants to consult with Beth. The doctor comes into the waiting room and addresses the family, telling them that Jerry is fine, but also asking that Beth come with. Upon reading the catalog of highly advanced prosthetics, Beth decides to let Jerry choose for himself. Jerry is given the chance to use his organs one last time as the doctor leaves him in his office with alien pornography and a towel. Jerry discovers that the doctor has left Pibbles' medical records open behind the windows of porn. Jerry examines the medical records and finds a piece of information that he believes will allow him to keep his sexual organs. The hospital, meanwhile, holds a news conference to announce that Pibbles can be saved and also to introduce Jerry, the donor responsible for the opportunity. When Jerry, speaking to the very large crowd, mentions Pibbles' ongoing battle with heroin dependency, the crowd applauds enthusiastically. A confused Jerry inquires as to whether or not the heroin issue was a matter of public record. The entire audience boos Jerry, realizing that he is trying to keep from losing his member. At the press conference, one of the doctors quiets the furious crowd, announcing that large numbers of people, having heard of Jerry's double cross and wanting to save Pibbles, have donated enough money to purchase a synthetic heart for him. Jerry, upset and offended, begins to think of a way to regain his honor. Later, as the surgery begins, Jerry bursts into the operating room, wielding a pistol-like apparatus, demanding that they cut off his member and use it to save Pibbles. Rick, Summer, and Morty, in the meantime, watch Octopus Man, a clip that ends with the main character needlessly stabbing two random people to death on the street. Beth arrives telling them that they can leave, but a news report suddenly breaks through, announcing that Jerry is holding the doctors hostage. Discovering that the holdup is not happening in another dimension, Beth and Summer rush to the scene where Jerry is in a standoff with two armed guards. Beth then realizes that the thing Jerry is holding is not a gun, but one of the highly advanced vibrators from the catalog. Out of options, Jerry pulls down his pants and runs at Pibbles' body, tearfully reasserting that he is a good person. The guards open fire on Jerry, shooting him 57 times as the entire family screams in horror. Sometime later, Jerry awakens to an advertisement for Butthole Ice Cream Parlor. Realizing he is awake, Beth tells him that everything he remembers really happened, and that since they were at an alien hospital, repairing his body was, in Beth's words, like getting a splinter removed. Rising from his bed, Jerry declares his intent to go to the zoo with his family, but they angrily shoot him down. In a post-credit scene, Jerry sneaks into Rick's cupboard and tries to steal his eye-hole cereal to eat from it, only to be immediately assaulted by the furious eye-hole man. Alright, so now likes. Alright, so Dr. Glip-Glop, I thought that was a bad word. Like, I thought Glip-Glop was supposed to be a bad word, but the man's name is Dr. Glip-Glop. Okay, all right, man versus car. Wouldn't the car always win? Like, I think they really did just come up with some like really dumb names for shows and was like, you know what? Let's just think of some random words, see how it can make sense in a sense, and then make it not make sense in a sense. I don't know. It was just weird. Yo, all the shows were just weird as hell for no reason. Yo, my favorite had to be Personal Space. That shit was crazy. Yo, it had me holding my stomach. Like this whole episode, it was, no, how did I get here? That shit had me dying. When that lady wound up on the damn lamp and she was just getting a coffee, yo, that had to be the funniest part of that damn show. That was the funniest shit. It was like, yo, really, how the fuck did she get there? Yo, all right. But, all right, Jan Michael Vincent, I get it. That happens when it comes to like some movie trailers and shit like that, especially if it's a new actor that no one's ever freaking heard of. They got some new person doing it. And it's like, who the hell is this person? Like, we don't know who this is. Like, Jan Michael Vincent, are we supposed to know who Jan Michael Vincent is? I don't know. I don't think so. But Steely just stole a person. Yo, Steely was just stealing people. Funny songs threw me too. Little bits was a little funny. Tiny pizza, tiny lasagna, tiny pies, little bits. That was kind of funny. But the funny thing is that I can actually see that being a real place. What the hell is a plumbus? Yeah, Fleeb, Hizzards. What the hell are they talking about? Yo, I really I would love to sit down in a writing session with these people. Like, they must have a lot of fun doing this shit, or they must be really angry doing this shit. Yo, dead ass. You gotta be one or the other. But yo, what else? What whole ice cream parlor? Okay, whatever. Octopus Man, and then you just started stabbing people. Like, it was just mad random. But I think out of all of them, Personal Space had to be the top one. That shit had me dying. And how did I get here? My favorite two ones. So now the grading. So now for comedy, I'm definitely gonna give it dank, drama, dank, action, mids, horror, mids.
Thank you again, cinema lovers, for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and place the notifications bell on all if you want to see more content from us. Comment below to suggest any content. Follow us at KLB Supply, at Too High Cinema, and at Too High Club on all social media platforms for updates. And for now, smoke you later.